Hey, this is Wally from Dean Team Golf Carts. We're going to go over if you would get a flat tire on your golf cart, what to do. And I've got a unique setup here. I'm on a lift and I have a scissors jack to raise the tire off. I do have a 1/2 inch impact. Most people are not going to have, big tools. Some of you will, but if you don't have a big impact, you can use a ratchet. On the lift it's a little slick, but if you're on the ground, if you needed to get the lug nut loose, you could do something like that. An old mechanic trick is get some leverage, but if you've got a ratchet that's longer, that will help you. And you always want to make sure it's on the ground first, not spinning. If you do jack the cart up, if you're doing the front tires, you're okay with not blocking, chalking the wheels. You always want to have a jack stand somewhere on the frame, because if you take this tire off, you want to make sure that, if your floor jack would give way, you want to have some kind of protection there so you're not underneath the cart if it would accidentally, slip off the floor jack. Now on the front wheels, like I was explaining, you're geared on the back. So normally we have like a wheel chock that you would put, under the wheel like that. So on the front ones, you don't have to worry about it because the rear end is geared. It's keeping it as long as you don't have it in neutral. Some of your older carts that have the hill brake, you'll need to apply that hill brake. This one has a regenerative braking, so if the key's off, it's going to be geared. If you're doing a back tire, then you would want to put, to keep it from rolling, because your back tire is going to be up in the air. This is freewheeling, so it's going to move on you. So you definitely want to block the front wheels if you're using, taking the back tire off. We recommend, having some kind of, wheel blocks like that. You can do front and back, that way it doesn't go reverse or forward. You really don't want to do it on a hill. You want to be on a flat surface. So, if you're on a slight incline, the jack may try to roll on you. We're going to take the front tire off. If you would have a flat tire, say you see a screw in there or you got a valve stem that's broke, you're going to need it repaired. Normally you can plug these tires. If you don't know what a plug kit is or have a plug kit, your best bet, just take it to a service station. Someone that does, the wheels, the tires, like a tire shop, they can plug it, patch it, whatever they want to do. Now, we use a 1/2 inch impact. It's a lot easier. It's a little noisier, so when you put it on there, it's going to make some noise. But it's going to get the lug nuts off faster. This is battery operated, so you can take it pretty much anywhere. That's basically it. All your golf carts are going to have 4 lugs, different sizes. You're going to have different sizes. So normally you're going to have like a 3/4 socket to get these lug nuts off. Some of your smaller lugs, you'll need a different socket. So you'll have to find the appropriate socket for the size lug nut that you have. And then usually you can kind of find, you can kind of help the tire place out. Oh, there's a screw right there. Okay, that's why it's leaking. So, but the tire shop, they'll be able to pinpoint it, and especially if you've got a nice tire, and you want to save it. As long as it's not in the sidewall, you don't have something that went through the sidewall, they can plug or patch. Different tire companies will want to do either a plug or a patch. We use a simple plug and it works fine. You're not highway speeds, so you don't have to really worry about it. That's basically, far as taking it off. Putting it on, just reverse the process. You'll line up the studs, slide the tire on. We always hand start, that way you don't strip any threads, but hand start the lug nuts on there and get them all four kind of hand started. Now we kind of use the impact to run them in. You should torque them afterwards. You don't want to really hammer down on these lugs. You can strip out the threads real easy. So you got to be careful, especially if you're using an impact. We usually just run them in a little bit like that. And you want to crisscross your pattern too. So here, there, there, there. So just make sure you crisscross. That way it tightens evenly. So when you're like that, you're pretty much tight. We always go back with a torque wrench, and I'll show you real quick how to do that. Let me lower it down here. Get the jack stand out of the way. All right. Okay, I'm going to grab the torque wrench real quick and I'll show you. This one. All right. Normally you want to set your torque wrench 60 to 90. 60 is acceptable, and you just want to make sure those are tight. Now it slips on us on the ramp here, so we kind of use those to kind of hold them in place. You want to listen for that click. When that clicks on, you know it's tight enough. And that's basically it. Sometimes you'll have a valve stem that goes bad, either the inner part of this valve stem, or it'll crack right there sometimes. If you accidentally would hit something, I don't know, a stick or something maybe, big limb, you could bust that and break that valve stem. Tire shop will actually take tire off, and we do it here too. So any of the stuff can be done here, but if you're out, you know, and we're not open, you know, on a weekend or something where we don't have service, and that's something you can do on your own. It's pretty simple, a little bit easier than changing a tire on a car. So this is Wally from Dean Team Golf Carts, and hopefully that helps you in case you do get into a problem with a flat tire.